What's up, Gray? That's good. I just kind of wanted to do the stream a little bit later than usual, so I decided to start it off at 1 instead of like 11 and 12 and stuff, you know? Something different. Maybe you'll be able to have more people who aren't in the same time zone, maybe? I don't know. Just trying something a little bit different is all. I mean, it's not that much later than usual. It's just slowly working my way up to at least try to get it to like maybe 3 o'clock, maybe to start it. But I know I'm probably pressing it when it comes to time. How are you, if you don't mind me asking? Is everything going okay? That's awesome, man. Let's go for some RNG while we wait. Oh, actually, I got quite a few cards from these people. Let's go with you. Looks like a decent haul. It's the first time I actually used any points to get anything. I mean, I usually use the story decks provided in the for the chapter I'm playing anyway, so it's not really much of a big deal if it just, you know. Wow, that pretty good pull. Got Meteor Dragon and Meteor B Dragon. That's a nice one. Just had to deal with my grandparents last night about my mom gonna be huge with some more friends. So I wish you would have like sent me a message or something. I would have, you know, been there if you needed me. If you ever need me, just, you know, reach out. I mean, it's never a trouble. Either way, I still could have, you know, at least been there to talk to you. You know, but at least, you know, at least try to be of some type of comfort. And just know in the future, if you ever feel down or sad or anything like that, you can always just hit me up, alright? Anytime, Gray. Very tricky. Yeah, I always think it's funny. I mean, it's it's meant to be like, you know, it's always some type of weird religious thing when it comes to, you know, the censoring for Yu-Gi-Oh and all that. Like, kind of, it's just, it's weird how the censoring works. Like, neither is too much breast or too much like cleavage, or you know, it's always something. It's hilarious. Yeah, I definitely lost this one. I just wasn't drawing anything this time around. I guess that's what happens when you get RNG. Who knows? Maybe this one will be the one where I win. I just couldn't. Honestly, I messed up way earlier when I discarded the Kaiser Glider instead of the blue lines. Did you know that Caribbean Amphibians version looks like a US one, like an angry shell on the cover? Actually, I did not know that. I don't really mess with Kirby, honestly. I never really was much of a Kirby fan, except for like the TV show for a little bit when I was little, and the games never really appealed to me. They did my brother though, like heavily. I remember him playing the Kirby games for the Game Boy. Looks like I'm drawing a little bit better this time around. Played all the Kirby. I played Kirby All Stars on Switch. That sounds really fun, honestly. Some type of field advantage. And I could actually. Oh wait, I'm missing it. It's. Yeah, I can't conduct my battle phase if I do that, so. I'll just go at the monster instead. Honestly, one of the few main things that bugged me about the censorship is how badly censored were the Harpy ladies, or Harpy sisters and all that. Well, basically a Harpy archetype. to me. It bugged me when I saw how it looked. This one. This card is tribute. Okay, so I'll be fine if I bring out the kite. The glider. This hand I got is a lot better. I can actually work with it. It's giving me good cards finally. Did you know that Donkey Kong is confirmed? Is confirmed as Donkey Kong Jr. by Nintendo? Huh? I don't really understand what. How's it? What that he is? I think he is Donkey Kong Jr. You know what? But they're always that's kind of weird though. What is it, like a time loop or something? Like paradox or something? It's just it doesn't really make sense, honestly, when it's something like that. Like how can you be the same person when there's like I don't know how many times when they're together most of the time. They even had a game where they're together. Know what I mean? Or am I thinking of Diddy Kong? That was an awful play. Oh my god. Yeah, I messed this one up by getting overextended and bringing up. Ah, I forgot. Damn. 2,000 and all I got is this. You know what? Maybe if I keep this card in my hand and take damage for this one, I might be able to bring something better. If I get a good spell or something, just anything, I know I can. Like a shrink or something. Come on. Nope. Maybe it'll give me something to block with, maybe. Spruce up my defenses, who knows, something, anything is better than... Yeah, this guy is trying to do there, select two cards, one together. Add 2%. Okay, that is actually... Why did she give me a Monster Reborn? That's just... I would have given myself like garbage. Monster Reborn and a Shrink is like absurdly good. That is a very bad play. And again, I'm not drawing anyway. But I don't know about the Donkey Kong thing. It's... Or am I thinking... I think it was Diddy Kong I was probably thinking of, honestly. Yay, things are finally turning my way. Got pretty close there for a minute there, honestly. The old ape and Donkey Kong is the original Donkey Kong. The jumping barrel platform, which makes him the father of the Donkey Kong Jr. Ah. So every iteration of Donkey Kong that comes out is like a Donkey Kong in itself. That is freaking awesome, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, that is just... I wish I knew that before. That is actually very freaking neat. I was over here thinking it was like some type of strange slip paradox or something. Only they would do the same thing for the, for Mario. Because honestly, there was a theory for that one princess. I think it's in Galaxy or something, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's Luigi and Peach's daughter or something like that. You know what? But I do have why did Diddy Kong is adopted because he is a monkey on the apes. A theory. Honestly, I think they probably pulled Akihiko. I mean, Akira Toriyama. You know, like they forgot to draw. They forgot to put the tail. No, knowing how. No, they are. But then again, they're a giant company, not just one guy doing the art. So, and I was over here thinking I actually won. Damn, that's awful. Oh, because of that Dora card. At least it's having me go second for once. That's strange. Yeah, that she's gonna gain like $2 grand from this, but well, nature had the and there were records of different games. All that I will adapt that as well. Well, adopt that as well. Yeah, actually, it makes sense, but it's just. I mean, they are basically all the same, you know, primates and all that. So, I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. I just think it would have been a bit funnier if it was like, yeah, actually, we forgot to put their tails in because we forgot to put his tail in, kind of like, oh, just. I don't know. I think it would be funnier if it's like that instead. But you're probably right, honestly. It would actually make adopted puppies. That is so fucking adorable. That is just adorable, picturing that. Just. Oh, so he doesn't have a thunder dragon. Okay. Well. I've been wanting to do this for so long, now I finally get to do it. And just in case I even got this. So I can have an extra card. Then you also have leopards and big cats. Adopted a gazelle. That's way, like, holy crap, really? God, that must be, no, that must be very difficult to do. And what's up, Zero? No, that must be very difficult to do, to adopt, you know, your own food. No, it's just my chair squeaky as hell, man, as always. Or was it a baby monkey? Either way, when you actually, either way, it's like, imagine if you're like starving and like right next to you is your, you know, it's like a fresh steak, like laying right there alongside you. It's like, like I'm kind of hungry. It's like right there. No fight, nothing like that. Like, no, don't have to worry about chasing it. Just fucking devouring it right there. Being chilling. How many more turns? Okay. Boom. I'm gonna tear this Shizu apart. There were also records of animals adopting humans. I've heard that a lot. I've heard that like quite a bit, honestly. Alright, vote for it now. Oh, oh wait, that's right. Cannot declare an attack. I'm hoping he doesn't bring out a Medora or something like that. If I got the name right. Because if he does, oh, if she does, it's gonna be a pain. The exterior knows all about the reasons. Like hummingbirds. Hummingbirds? They weren't hummingbirds. More like a bunch of freaking vicious wolves. God, how quickly they would drop in a hat to mess with you. Or cut on you. You remember how vicious that would get? Like a shark in the middle of a bloody sea when it comes to my family. What's up, Dark? How you doing? Good to hear that, Dark. It's been a while. So hummingbirds are built differently, not gonna lie. Honestly, I don't know much about hummingbirds, but me being raised by them, my family's a bit more vicious than that. They call them vultures for flying animals. What did you call me? Huh? I called you Zero. Why? Just like went blank for a minute there, like confused. What made it good was Pump sent me, adopted me. Chrome Wolf, yeah. There are tugs wrapped around the skull, hummingbirds. Tugs wrap around their skull, hummingbirds. It's too long. Really? Oh wow. Fast wing speed to or 8-wing turning motion. That is. All those facts are just like. All those facts about hummingbirds, kind of long tongues, that's just kind of sounds uncomfortable to wrap your tongue all the way around your head. And 8-wing speed. I think, don't they have to keep up the I'd be Kaiba and you'd be poor. You mean Joey? If you're Kaiba, you know, I'd beat Joey then. Come on, Joey's the one with the red eyes, remember? If I remember correctly, Red Eyes was your favorite monster. Exactly. So they have 2 to 3 different hatchlings per year. That is. I wonder how high the survival rate is, honestly, when it comes to them. Like, I mean, that's a, you know, it's a lot of breeding. I mean, to have that many nests at once per year. Or like, I don't know. I don't really keep up with the migration of birds. I just think like they must have either a low, because well, I don't know, maybe it's just they're not suited for the climate here. So this guy's probably action camera. If people put one of them figures on that can. That actually, that really would be a good, very good thing. I would like to actually see one. I don't think there's that many of them in Texas. Well, at least not in the city. There is. I see them in Texas. Really? I don't know. I hardly ever see them. But I guess it's because I'm in a big town. They have released True Fire Age. Really? So the bomb hummingbird raised the hatchlings to by themselves without male hummingbirds helping eat her. Talk about independent. I mean, with how most people, with how things are seeming, at least online, most people are like talking about female independence and all that. They should put a hummingbird as their, you know, as their banner thing, you know, something to look up to. I think I've had a discussion about, you know, the whole equal rights thing when it comes to it, at least to a certain degree, like last year or so. Like, my opinion about it is, like, for any type of relationship, any type of, you know, coexistence, everyone should admit that they have weaknesses that, you know, they need help with which is the whole reason why we, have people get partnered up or, have relationships, things of that sort. Because despite everything, we're still human. We still have cravings for, affection and companionship, no matter what. 1,000 calories per day, adding to the fact that they give more calories to the younglings. Yeah, I mean that's it right there. That's the epitome of a devoted mother. Uh-oh, Stinky, huh? We did have a fourth person, but then they left. I wonder. I like how you look at it, it looks like just the outline of it looks like a guy who just woke up. You know what? Let's go do some openings for now. They also have to eat something with a lot of calories and sweet for 30 seconds. For 30 minutes or seconds, I believe. That's how they burn calories so much. And that, yeah, I mean, with how fast they have to flap their wings, yeah. I suspected so. Right. This card right here used to be busted in the actual thing. It only raises it by 300, but it's a fact. You're removing 2 warriors to add it straight to your hand. If you remove them from the graveyard, because the graveyard's not really much of a card advantage type deal. Cashback. Activates a spell trap card with paying life points, and it gives the addition if you do return to the deck. It's a pretty good counter. Either way, they are very colorful and tiny birds. I've seen them on like documentaries and all that, but never had the pleasure of actually seeing them in real life. I would like to see them. I mean, I've seen sparrows. I've seen sparrows, hawks, falcons, vultures, naturally, ravens, crows, pigeons, doves, goose, basically the average birds people usually see. Same flamingo, seagulls, things of that sort. How long are you gonna stream? I'm probably gonna stream for like an hour and a half or so, man. So like roughly 30 minutes or so. So I'm just gonna I'm trying to keep a consistency of at least an hour on the weekdays. You know what I mean? Basically, instead of me going for the full 8 hours or 4 hours or like 6 hours, I want to try and keep it consistent between the time of 11 and maybe 2. Between those time frames is when I want to stream. Maybe even try to press it to 3. I'm not sure. But I'm trying to do something basically so the algorithm can pick up the consistency of my streams and, you know, try to push them out more often around this time. Or even just as regular videos, since all it really is just me talking and playing a card game. That's not Master Duel, because I have not touched that yet. I might get into it, but as of currently, no. I seen a bunch of them when I was a little lad. Most bright greens, reds, purples, and then maples, and pretty much the colors of the females. Really? That's honestly something I miss seeing out of like all the like animals and stuff like that is fireflies. I don't get to see them anymore. I remember, where was it? It was a house I used to live at. We used to get a lot of them, but I haven't seen them in years since moving deeper into the city. And now that I'm kind of like on the outskirts of the city, I still don't see them anymore. I only saw them at that one place, and that was it. They will fly by your head, so you can hear them when the wings flap. That is awesome. Imagine if they actually land on your shoulder or something. Imagine being able to, like, you know, get them to hover over your hand and, you know, or, you know, just trying to do something neat. I wonder how. Now I'm starting to think. You talked about the eggs. All I'm thinking about is, I imagine how much. How would the eggs taste? Like, how would it taste? They can land on you if they get used to seeing you every day. God, you know what? I definitely want to get. Definitely thinking about buying a little bird now. But then again, my cats will probably eat it. And I'll have a bunch of little fur babies that are like bundled together, waiting for their mom to feed them in a little bit. So adorable. You got like three black little baby kittens and one gray one. Well, one black and whitish one. It's got like white specks, I guess. A gray one and then 2 dark black ones, and that's it. When it came to the litter that my cat had. Honestly, I've always wanted a pet raven when it comes to birds. I know it's kind of quaint when it comes to my channel, but I've always had a fascination with the dark birds. Let's open up another pack. Let's go with Joey. See if we get anything good. Go forward, the legend. I missed. There was a structured deck with him in it. He was like the staple, like the boss monster for it. Was one of my favorites. I always loved. This card is freaking useless, honestly. But Guilford was a structured deck that came out back in 2006, if I'm not mistaken. It was one of my favorites. And one of the first ones I had gotten. No, wait, no, I got the rock one. Never mind. So we're thinking I had gotten that one. No, my friend got that one. I got the rock one instead. That's right. Let's see what Maya's gonna give us. Oh, sweet. That was this spellcaster. Target one Amazon. Probably tastes like nothing because the eggs are side of the size of the sanctuary helps rescue hummingbirds. Oh, okay, that makes sense. The size of a pinky now. Really? That is absolutely microscopic. Maybe if you get enough of them, but still, it's just I wouldn't eat them. You ever tried quail? Out of curiosity, I have seen quail before. Let's try. Okay, well. I don't know. Everything. Oh, no. Hey, Tatsumi Giant. That's neat. Jam breeding. This thing is honestly, I will never understand what the real use of this is. Maybe for Link something later on. Very fragile. Oh, that's why. So their birth rates are like terrible out in the wild. Explains why they have to have so many nests. And why they breed, why they have so many nests, and why they lay like 9 eggs per one. Relocation. Looks like it's just me and you, right? And this they make is as tiny as well. There are 2 to 3 inches. That I imagine it'll probably be a lot easier for them to actually make the nest since it's so small, instead of having a massive one. Let's go for another Yugi. All in all, so how are things going with you? This is just, you know, me and you talking now. Is everything alright? Spider webs and moss. Well, that actually would make it. That actually makes a lot of sense when you think about it. You know, the spider webs and moss. If the nest was ever fall out or that sort. At least it'll cushion the blow, maybe. Oh sweet, got some gravekeepers. I really used to like the Shadow Ghoul card. It was actually pretty neat looking. Everything's okay, just having to deal with the reality about one of my siblings. Sorry to hear that, man. I hope things get better when it comes to, you know, family issues. Remember, if you ever need to talk, I'm always here. We'll talk about it later about the siblings. Sounds good. I don't want it to be like up on stream, you know what I mean? Especially when it's like something like that personal and that deep. Nah, don't worry about it, man. I understand. I mean, I'm not that fastest typer when it comes to, you know, anything. Whether it's phones or even a keyboard. Speaking of which, I actually have this Razer one that, like, you can actually hear the... Sounds kind of like a typewriter. You know, I don't know why the clickety clack sound kind of, you know, it's like an ASMR for me. But either way, I don't want to ban out all your issues out on onto a live stream. So if you want, whatever, after it's over, you can just hit me up on Instagram. All right. Dang, Toronto Tribute. I might even try to make a... Let me get more about Chorus, because if you can tell, a lot of them, like, he's only at 26 openings, while the other ones are at least at a plus 30. So I'm gonna be opening this pack mostly. Just witnessed my cat lovely fall dresser. Did it land on his feet? Oh, sweet agent. I like these agent cards. They're like one of my favorite decks. I used to have the structure deck for them. So if I collect enough of them, I'm gonna go online and look for the structure deck and use the same recipe for that structure deck into this. It's kind of a goal, a little personal goal I want to do is go through each of the series again later. Like after I beat the campaign, you know, all these, I want to build each of the structure decks from, like, add the recipes to each of the structure decks into the thing. I did plan to adopt another cat, so Lovely wouldn't be alone. But decided not to because of how Cycle attached to me he is. I imagine what that would be like, seeing your cat just stare you down like, how dare she? How dare they? Like, cause cause my cat, my one cat is like attached hardcore to my wife, right? And she was like petting it, and then my son's cat decided to come by and lay on her chest. And so they just went berserk, and that's all I'm thinking about now when you said that. Because like my wife went to go and pick her up and like, oh, it's okay, and pet it or like calm it down, and they just went completely, like, got all mad and just kept growling at her. When did that happen? Got a message on my phone. I didn't. Quite strange. Yeah, I'm gonna call stream. I'm gonna call stream. All right. I'm gonna. My armpit's crying. Spoke kitty. I'm gonna call it a stream. All right. That way we can talk a little more if you don't mind. No problem, man. I at least I'm trying to keep a consistent schedule at least, and not trying to overload it. But I appreciate every time whenever you show up or anyone shows up. Period. It's always fun to be able to vent. Vent, talk to people, and see how their day is going. See you around, alright? And talk to you soon, okay?